So when I was fired the last time from this show, people say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy.
Democrats and the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
Joy Behar, known for her unfiltered opinions and fiery debates on The View, has found herself at the center of a career-threatening scandal. In a shocking twist, she was arrested at the airport, allegedly attempting to flee the country amidst a massive $50 million lawsuit. The entertainment industry is in turmoil, and the details of her downfall are even more outrageous than anyone could have imagined.
Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
It all started with a single comment that sent shockwaves through daytime television. During a heated discussion on The View, Behar made a remark about Karoline Leavitt, the newly appointed White House press secretary. In what seemed like an offhand comment at the time, she dismissed Leavitt's qualifications, insinuating that her appearance played a role in securing the job. The backlash was immediate and brutal. Social media erupted with outrage, and within hours, hashtags demanding her resignation were trending. Political analysts, journalists, and even some of Behar's former colleagues criticized her words, calling them hypocritical and damaging. For years, she had positioned herself as a champion of women's empowerment, yet in one sentence, she undermined another woman's credibility. The controversy even managed to unite both conservatives and liberals, who agreed that her comment had crossed a line. Major news outlets jumped on the story, amplifying the scandal to a national level. Prominent female politicians and activists.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Condemned Behar, arguing that her remarks were a setback for women in leadership. The backlash intensified when corporate sponsors began pulling their advertisements from The View, leaving ABC in full-blown crisis mode. At first, Behar tried to dismiss the controversy, claiming her words were taken out of context, but her attempts to control the narrative only made things worse. Instead of cooling down, public anger grew, and calls for her firing gained momentum. Online petitions demanding ABC cut ties with her quickly gained hundreds of thousands of signatures. What started as an ill-advised comment had now escalated into a PR disaster. But things took a turn for the worse when Karoline Leavitt refused to settle for an apology. She took legal action, filing a $50 million defamation lawsuit.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
Suit against Behar, accusing her of spreading false and damaging statements that harmed her professional reputation. Legal experts speculated that this could be one of the costliest lawsuits in the history of daytime television. If Behar lost, it wouldn't just be a financial blow. It would be an irreversible public humiliation. Behind the scenes, ABC executives were scrambling. Emergency meetings were held to determine whether keeping Behar on the show was worth the risk. The network faced a difficult decision: support their longtime co-host and risk further fallout, or cut ties with her to protect their brand. The pressure was mounting, and Behar knew her future was hanging by a thread. Then came the most shocking twist of all.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
Karoline Leavitt is the press secretary at the White House, doing a great job. Such a great job that the ladies of The View feel the green monster coming upon them.
As legal teams were preparing for a drawn-out court battle, reports surfaced that Joy Behar had been arrested at the airport. Allegedly, she was attempting to leave the country in the midst of the growing scandal. Details about her arrest remain unclear, but sources suggest authorities were alerted due to concerns that she might try to evade legal proceedings. Whether she actually intended to flee or not, the optics of the situation only made things worse. Chiosap. Moment news of her arrest broke. Fans and critics alike were stunned. Was this the final nail in the coffin for her career? Had she truly gone too far this time? As her legal troubles mounted, insiders revealed that Behar had become increasingly anxious, fearing financial ruin and public disgrace. In a desperate bid to escape the fallout, she allegedly hatched a plan to flee the country before things spiraled further out of control. Reports claim that she quietly booked a one-way flight to Italy, intending to retreat to her ancestral homeland. But what she didn't anticipate was that federal authorities were already tracking her movements. Just as she prepared to board her flight, TSA and law enforcement officers intercepted her in a dramatic airport takedown that left bystanders in shock. Eyewitnesses described the chaos.
Karoline Leavitt, she's just 27 years old. But boy, was she giving it to the Trump haters in her first White House briefing.
They really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was picked for the role.
Chaotic scene as Behar, visibly shaken, was led away in handcuffs. Some passengers even managed to capture the moment on video, and within minutes, footage of her arrest spread like wildfire across social media. Speculation ran rampant. Was she truly attempting to escape justice? Or was this all a misunderstanding blown out of proportion? As the dust settled, ABC wasted no time distancing itself from the controversy. The network swiftly released an official statement confirming that Joy Behar was no longer associated with The View. The announcement sent shockwaves through Hollywood, igniting heated debates. Some argued that Behar was simply the latest victim of cancel culture, while others insisted that she was finally being held accountable for years of controversial remarks. With Behar's abrupt exit, The View was thrown into chaos. Producers scrambled to find a replacement, but the question remained: could the show survive without one of its most polarizing and influential voices? For years, she had been a defining presence on the panel, and now her absence left a significant void. Meanwhile, the legal battle continued to unfold, and the stakes had never...
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework, because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job. Maybe. But my point is that job would not maybe have been open to her.
No, I understand. I just wanted to
us.
clarify that.
Yeah.
How well you can do your job, and the American people agree with that sentiment. So it's about competence, skill, and merit.
It's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections to the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did, but she worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in that job. Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the...
been higher. Joy Behar now faced serious allegations, and the looming lawsuit threatened not just her finances, but her entire legacy in the entertainment industry. For decades, she had built a career on her sharp wit, unfiltered opinions, and fearless commentary. But now, that very outspokenness had put her in the crosshairs of one of the most high-profile defamation cases in recent history. The $50 million lawsuit filed by Karoline Leavitt had transformed from a simple legal dispute into a full-blown media circus. Legal experts weighed in on television panels, dissecting the case, debating its merits, and speculating on Behar's chances of winning or losing what could be the defining courtroom battle of her life. Some analysts believed Leavitt had a strong case, arguing that Behar's remarks were reckless and damaging, while others questioned whether the lawsuit was an overreach, a calculated attempt to take down a long-standing television figure. Leavitt, a rising political star, found herself in an unusual position. Initially, she had been the subject of Behar's controversial remark, but now she was a household name, a symbol of resilience to some and opportunism to others. Interviews flooded in from news outlets eager to get her side of the story. Was this lawsuit truly about justice, or was it a strategic move to cement her political influence? Regardless of public opinion, one thing was clear: her reputation had skyrocketed, making her a key player in a legal showdown that had captivated the nation. On the other side of the controversy, Behar was not going down without a fight. Her legal team, composed of some of the most formidable attorneys in Hollywood, was preparing an aggressive defense strategy. Sources close to her revealed that she felt betrayed, not just by ABC, which had swiftly distanced itself from her, but by the very industry that once celebrated her fearless opinions. Some reports even suggested that Behar was considering countersuing, claiming defamation and reputational damage of her own. Could she turn the tables on Leavitt and regain control of the narrative? As the lawsuit loomed, tensions escalated. The press swarmed the courthouse, eager for any new development. Every legal filing, every leaked statement, every possible settlement discussion became headline news. Public opinion remained divided. Was Behar being unfairly silenced? Or was this a long overdue reckoning for a TV host who had pushed the limits for too long? Beyond the courtroom, the ripple effects were undeniable. The View, once one of daytime television's most dominant shows, was struggling. Ratings had dipped, and without Behar's signature presence, producers scrambled to find a replacement who could fill the void. Was the show permanently damaged, or would it manage to recover from this scandal? One thing is certain, this saga is far from over. Between the courtroom drama, the media frenzy, and the deep divisions in public opinion, the story is still unfolding, and anything could happen next. The public is watching closely, hungry for the next development in this shocking scandal. So, what do you think? Did Joy Behar bring this on herself, or was she unfairly targeted? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more jaw-dropping updates. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned for the next explosive twist in this Hollywood scandal.